This is a guided meditation, imaginal meditation. Please picture yourself standing on holy ground, a place familiar to you, a place that you belong to. You are all alone, and it is the evening of the shortest day. The last ember of daylight has gone, and darkness is revealed once more. You're standing on the threshold of the longest night of the year. Stand still in this place and let the universe see you. You're invited to go deep within yourself and touch that which you don't yet know. You're standing before the mystery. Let the sacred mystery present in the night stars see right into your heart. You stand there as a work in progress. And here we notice that we're in a pause between our entire history and our future yet to come. Robert Holden reminds us that in this place of darkness there are no mirrors. This is a blessing. It reminds us who we really are. But to do this, we must let go of the image that we have of ourselves if we are to reach out and contact who we truly are. Stand before the mystery of the cosmos. Open. Our darkness is never darkness in your sight. The deepest night is clear as the daylight. Our darkness is never darkness in your sight. The deepest night is clear as the daylight. It was into a darkness like this that the Sacred One knit us in our mother's womb, in that soft, warm, nurturing place. Here we are in a different womb, much more expansive one, the longest night of the year. And in this place of stillness, we remember that God is always coming towards us. And for every step we take, the Sacred One runs a mile to meet us. Rabbi Tirzah Firesteon urges us to grow and reframe our understanding of the sacred to that which is greater. She said that patriarchal religion has taught us that the God of Moses revealed himself as I am that I am. But here, under this incredible darkness, this still, fertile night, the sacred feminine wisdom teaches us that God is I am becoming. I am that which is becoming. And this is the sacred that we meet in the winter solstice. Now, it's important to be a good guest in holy spaces. So in the quiet of your heart, or out loud if you prefer, please call out one of the sacred names for God. name her, name them, out loud with respect and dignity. Call your God to you. Of course, the Sacred One is already there, but this life is a call and response dance, and our calling out quickens the holy within us. Oh my God, my beautiful God, how I call to you. Oh my God, my beautiful God, how I call to you. Oh my God, my beautiful God, how I call for you. And together we stand here in this imaginal prayer, opened to the uncreated blessing of a God that is becoming. And we celebrate the winter solstice as a representation of the Ein Sof, the nothingness, the emptiness and holy darkness, the Ein Sof. We celebrate this because it is a threshold into the expansive realm of becoming. We are so occupied in our lives by what is. And part of how we enter into the becoming, like Robert Holden said, is to slip out of our identities, the persona, the clear thinking, the things we already know, and enter naked as bones, to step forward with awe and humility into the darkness that we can't see. We can't see a thing. We have no idea what this creation is held there in the night sky. But if we listen, we hear movement, we hear the wind in the trees and the creatures. And if we settle down below the fear of the unknown, which, believe you me, I have when I am alone in the forest under a night sky. But if I settle down under that, I know that the creatures mean me no harm. They don't want to eat me. They coexist. And they actually bless me with their wild, instinctual presence. They teach me to attend and witness. Together, we rest in the holy darkness. There's a Hebrew word, Ein Sof, that I love. And as far as I can understand, it's this holy nothingness. And I think of it as the place that the cells in my body long to go home to. Underneath our fear of death is a real longing to go home, a homesickness for some place that we don't remember. I'm reminded of a beautiful conversation I had with a man called Dan. Dan sometimes watches Chants and Prayers. We were on Iona and he was talking about creation and the Big Bang. And he said that for billions and billions of years, every cell in your body was a tiny isolated particle floating in the emptiness of space, in the darkness and the silence, for billions upon billions of years. You floated through the nothingness. And that this place of busy coffee shops and traffic lights and people, trees, the wind, this is brand new to the cells of your body. And as we call out to our God, we remember that Thomas Merton teaches us that the beginning of our spiritual growth happens when we realize that God deeply understands us, that nothing about who we were or are or will be is hidden from the Holy One. And we rest in this darkness. Not as a problem to be solved, or a person in need of healing. We just are in our becoming. I am. 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 I ask you to become aware of the other people companioning you in this meditation. Perhaps they are the other folks here on the live stream. Or maybe it's the wisdom and heart added from the people who will watch the replay later. But here in this inner, expansive universe, you're not alone. And this day we are not alone. And perhaps you can feel the friendly support of someone else there at your side in the darkness. And together, we send out a blessing of love and healing to this earth, to the living earth herself, the plants and rivers and mountains, the plants and trees and creatures, the oceans and lakes, the birds and beasts, and our brothers and sisters. We send out a blessing especially to those who are at war, unsafe, displaced, on the road fearfully, captured, or caught in some emotional inner prison. We send out a blessing to those that need this. Sacred God, one who is always becoming, always moving towards us, bring compassion to all human hearts. Send out this blessing from our hearts. We ask you to bring understanding of harm and forgiveness to all soldiers and government leaders. Bless and support our nurses, our young mothers, our peacemakers, and all of our children. Bless all the elderly, especially those who no longer have clear thinking. Strengthen them and protect them with intricately woven care. Great Weaver, bring about beauty in our becoming. We pray that all may be able to feel creation as a dynamic, breathing, loving presence. And may all you who hear these words receive an incredible blessing from your loving God, whatever name you do or do not give them. And before we move on, we've been standing still for a long time calling out to our God. I invite you to take one step forward into your becoming, one courageous step forward into the uncreated growing year. May you sow, tend, and harvest kindness. Come now, child, lay it down. Just breathe, just be. Come be cradled in the arms of love. Just breathe, just be. Come now, child, lay it down. Just breathe, just be. Come be cradled in the arms of love. Just breathe, just be. Come now, child, lay it down. Just breathe, just be. Come be cradled in the arms of love. Just breathe, just be. Before we really do leave this inner sanctuary, I'm going to share with you a ceremony that I will do tomorrow during the twilight by candlelight. I will ask to receive a word, just one word, a word that will guide me, guide you in the coming year, and lead me, lead you into your becoming. Ask for a word. Ask the universe, the sacred one, give you a word of guidance. And if you've received a word, whisper thank you to the darkness. And place the word right in the center of your heart for safekeeping. You can imagine it there. And now we journey back into the live stream.